Coming up, a Schnellville car accident early this morning. Mayor Seitz signs a Disability Awareness Month proclamation. Astra Theater is meeting grant requirements. Kurt Gooksell with sports and Inform with Bill Potter. These stories, sports, and weather are coming up on the 18 WJTS News. This is the WJTS News. I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin. Thank you for joining us today. A Crawford County man was seriously injured in a one-vehicle accident west of Schnellville at 6 a.m. today. Deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department say 23-year-old Jared Parcell of Milton was eastbound on Schnellville Road just west of Pine Ridge Road when he told authorities he had fallen asleep behind the wheel of his Chevy Cavalier. Deputies say his car went off the roadway into a small ditch, striking a utility pole. They say Parcell was partially ejected from the vehicle and was also trapped and had to be extricated by members of the Schnellville Fire Department. Parcell was taken by ambulance to the Schnellville Community Club, where he was then life-flighted to the University of Louisville Hospital in Louisville. Parcell's car was a total loss and no charges have been filed at this time. Earlier this week, Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz signed a proclamation naming the month of March as Disability Awareness Month for the city of Jasper. This proclamation was announced during a regular meeting of the Jasper Board of Public Works and Safety. The proclamation came at the request of Southern Indiana Resource Solution Incorporated organization, more commonly known as SIRS. During the proclamation, there were community members who were both advocates and also who utilized the SIRS programs and services. SIRS provides a quality support for adults and children with disabilities. The organization was founded in 1968 through the grassroots efforts of local parents of adults with disabilities who desire to keep their children in their homes and local communities rather than sending them off to a state-run institution for the developmentally disabled. SIRS Vice President of Community Operations Patty Oster shares the purpose of the proclamation and the awareness they hope to establish here in Jasper.
And the kind of attention that we like to bring is the attention that they have a lot to offer this community. They need to be involved in the community, and SIRS does everything in order to make that happen. We offer employment programs, community participation programs, early intervention, and also residential programs, and those are just some of the ways in which we try to involve them in the community and support them in being a part of this great community.
Ozer added she was at a public meeting when she was asked to work for the organization. She testified that she has members in her family with disabilities and that working for SIRS has been an amazing experience. She continues by stating that she is proud of what the agency has accomplished by the ways they have helped people grow and support them in their everyday life in their communities. SIRS Marketing and Development Director Mary James expressed her gratitude towards the proclamation signing.
We're just really grateful that the mayor agreed to sign this and bring attention to persons with disabilities, and also we're very grateful for Jasper and their in the community at large for embracing SIRS and people with disabilities. They hire, they're out there working in jobs from the local employers. They're connected into the community. So we're just very, very grateful for that.
James started working for SIRS based on her interest to be an advocate, as her sister Debbie was born with spina bifida, but to James, her sister has always just been Debbie growing up. She continues by saying that when she ventured to college, she wanted to dedicate her efforts to the awareness of disabilities and wanted everyone to recognize Debbie as Debbie, which then led her to working for SIRS. To learn more about SIRS, you can visit the organization's website at www.sirs.org. A Pike County teen was injured when the ATV she was riding rolled over on her on Wednesday afternoon in the northwest DuBois County area. Conservation officers with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources say around 3:30 p.m. yesterday, 14-year-old Kayla Wheat of Otwell was riding an ATV operated by 14-year-old Jade Bartley, also of Otwell, when the ATV rolled and landed on her. This occurred on the property along West Portsfield Road, northwest of Jasper. The ATV was able to be pushed off of Wheat, who complained of leg pains. Witnesses told officers that while going down a hill, a tire on the ATV got caught on a tree root, causing the ATV to overturn. INDOT officers were assisted at the scene by the first responders with the Ireland Fire Department and Memorial Hospital EMS. Authorities say Wheat's injuries were not life-threatening and that both she and Bartley were wearing helmets at the time of the accident. Last night, the Jasper City Council held a public hearing as one of two required in order to seek grants the city hopes to obtain in regards to preservation of the Astra Theater in the city's downtown area. The public was encouraged to attend and share their thoughts, as well as place comments in the letter of intent from the Next Act organization that was published in local newspapers. A notice also was faxed to media as well as posted in City Hall. Next Act Mark Stasic, Leslie Humby, as well as other board members were on hand during the public hearing, along with Indiana 15 Regional Planning Commission Executive Director Lisa Galehausen. Galehausen elaborates on the actions taken by the Next Act organization and their ongoing initiative to preserve the Astra Theater.
The City of Jasper is intending to send in a letter of intent, and that letter of intent would go in on April 8th, and then following that would be the application. It's a two-step process. That would go in on June 10th, and then July 21st is when the competitive awards are announced, and the city is the applicant on behalf of Next Act Incorporated, who is a subrecipient, and the city intends to ask for a grant in the amount of $400,000, and the local match is just under $200,000 at $197,900.
Galehausen adds that local funds she mentioned will be coming from the Next Act bank accounts and other necessary resources. She also mentioned that the total cost of Phase 1 would include masonry, wall improvements, electric, plumbing, storefronts, signage, roof improvements, and other areas. Phase 2 would include more interior areas such as renovation of the lobby and concession sections and expanding the stage plus more. Galehausen is responsible for the overall management as well as the development and/or administration of a variety of activities, including community facilities, downtown renovations such as the Astra Theater, water infrastructure projects, and more. She serves the DuBois County as well as Crawford, Orange, Perry, Pike, and Spencer counties in her efforts of work. The grant application requires another public hearing that should take place prior to the June 10th application. She mentioned that Next Act has gone through acquisitions of the property. They are currently conducting fundraising and also paid for the rehabilitation plan that brought forth the improvements that are needed today. The 35th annual WBDC Country Showdown will take place Thursday, June 9th. At the Jasper Arts Center adjacent to the Vincent's University Jasper campus. Acts from the tri-state area will compete for cash prize and the opportunity to perform at the Indiana State Finals in Indianapolis. Local winners compete for a $1,000 cash prize and will advance to regional competition in the fall. The first runner-up receives $250 and $100 goes to the third place. The top three finishers are presented with a trophy as well. Entries are currently being accepted at the WBDC studios with the address being along 3rd Avenue in Jasper until April 15th. This competition is open to vocal and instrumental performers or instrumental performers. The WBDC Country Showdown welcomes individual acts, or groups to compete as well. This year's entry fee is $25. Entry forms and details for this year's showdown are available on the website at www.wbdc.us, or you can always pick one up with our sister station at the WBDC studios located at 458 3rd Avenue in Jasper, or by calling the studio at 812-634-9232. That was 812-634-9232. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, Weather and sports are still to come on 18 WJTS News.